everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today for this live hypnosis session designed, created, recorded now for you to help you to really reach your goals. Now, I'm recording this in January of 2021, but you can listen to it anytime. I know a lot of you people listening right now may be listening so that you can keep your resolutions, but even if you start this in March, years from now, July, anytime at all, you're going to experience more success than ever before. I want to thank you for watching, and I want to let you know the best way to get the most out of this hypnosis, all hypnosis really, is to experience it frequently. And so what that means is you need to come back and watch this video daily until you start to reach your goals, maybe even until you've actually completed all of your goals. I do have another option for you. If you follow the link that's right down there, jimkellner.info/2021, if you go to that link and sign up over there, I'm going to send you some helpful information, but I'm also going to send you an MP3 of this particular recording, and you can download it to your phone, and so you'll be able to listen to it frequently every day if possible, but 2 or 3 times a week at least. You can listen to it right before bed. If you're pressed for time, just press play and go to sleep with it. Now, I invite your comments. I really do. I'd love to see your comments below. If you're watching right now, please write a comment. I want to let you know, though, depending on the platform that you're on, because I'm broadcasting to several platforms right now, depending on the platform that you're commenting on, I may not actually see your comments until later. I'll try to reply if I actually see them. Sometimes they just don't show up. I'm Hypnotist Jim Kellner, and I've been helping people for, I was going to say thousands of years. No, I've been helping people, thousands of people for many years now, and I really want you to achieve your goals, because you know what? I found for myself that there's no better feeling than being able to actually achieve those goals that you've set time and time again. Because before I discovered hypnosis, I set goals time and time again and failed over and over and over. So I want you to be successful. I do have one request. If you could please, 2 requests. Like, comment, share this, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. And also, that's all one. My second request is that when you do start to reach your goals, please message me, email me, let me know. It's always nice when I get those messages from people telling me that they were successful in reaching that goal. So what I'm going to ask you to do right now is just go ahead and make yourself comfortable and make sure no one's going to disturb you for the next, 25, 30 minutes at least. And great, we're already getting some comments over there. So I know a lot of people have challenges. I used to have that same challenge, Jayville, having trouble sticking to a healthy eating plan. It's much better now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to just kind of make yourself comfortable, ask people not to disturb you for the next 25, 30 minutes. And if you've got headphones, that's ideal. Now, some people may actually fall asleep after this. And so for those folks that feel like they may fall asleep, if you need to get up right afterwards, you might want to set an alarm for maybe 45 minutes just to be on the safe side. I will do a brief bring you back type thing, but sometimes people just go into a really, really deep sleep. Okay, so I'm going to get started right now by just asking you to just make yourself comfortable. Again, make yourself comfortable sitting, lying down. It doesn't really matter. I will ask you that if you're driving or moving around, please don't listen to this right now. Please listen to it later, because you could zone out and actually maybe even fall asleep, which is not good. Now, the 3 things that I'm going to focus on in this session are keeping your goals small and reasonable. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff that I'm going to be covering today, please watch last week's video when I gave you some tips on how to be more successful. I'll include a link to this video and that one when you sign up at jimkellner.info/2021. So the first thing I'm going to be reminding you of in this hypnosis and trying to encourage you to do is to keep it small. So in other words, if you want to lose 50 pounds in 6 months, and you want to get there, you want to cut your calories a lot, and you want to exercise a lot, I'm going to invite you to just scale back a little bit. Maybe eat a few more calories than you originally intended, and maybe exercise a little bit less. And the reason for that, you'll find out in the previous video, but I find a lot more success with clients when they set reasonable goals. So a reasonable goal, 20 pounds in 6 months, and exercising 3 days a week for maybe 10, 20 minutes rather than 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week, something like that. The second thing I'm going to invite you to do in this hypnosis is to become reasonably obsessed. Because when you get obsessed with that thing that you want in your life, you're gonna be a lot more successful. When I first started this journey many years ago to getting healthier, I had gone through for years of just eating tons of fast food, eating ice cream literally every single night. Thought I couldn't lose weight because I was eating ice cream every single night. I didn't think I'd be able to stop that. I hardly ever have it now, unless it's like a keto kind. But I became obsessed. So what I mean by that is read books, read blog articles, listen to podcasts, all these kinds of things. Look up YouTube videos on whatever it is that you want to achieve. So if it's weight loss, then you dive into the weight loss world. If you want to make more money, dive into the world of money. So whatever your goal is, I want you to become obsessed with it. Become obsessed with everything about it, because I want you to learn all those things that you need to learn. But even more importantly, those things that we focus on most in life, we tend to get more of. So if my focus is on money, then I will get more money. If I'm focused on losing weight, I'm going to lose weight. Here's the bad part, though. If I'm focused on posting pictures of cheesecake on my Facebook wall, but I want to lose weight, that's incongruent. So keep that in mind. Watch last week's video. And sorry, I feel a little stiff today. And finally, I'm going to ask you to rehearse the outcome that you want. It's called future pacing in what I do, but for most of us, we just think of it as rehearsing. So if I want to pass up those snacks and eat the healthy food, if I go to a party or for dinner or something, I want to rehearse that in my mind. So I'm going to take you through a process where you actually will imagine that. And so, and you can do it even consciously as well. If you're going to, you're at lunchtime and you want to have dinner, rehearse the procedure. Also, you can rehearse, getting up in the morning and going, for a walk or something like that. You're doing some yoga to get some exercise. So those are the things that we're going to be focused on in this hypnosis session. And, I do have a whole lot of different hypnosis sessions that you can find on my YouTube channel. Go to the hypnosis sessions playlist. You can also find a bunch on my website, different ones that I've recorded there as well. All right. Now we really are getting started. Now you can keep your eyes open if you're more comfortable with that, but at some point you might find it better just to kind of close those eyes. And the reason we want to close those eyes now is so that we're blocking off that visual stimuli, which is going to help you to go inside of yourself now. And even as I am talking now, you can begin to focus on your individual goals, your intentions really for this session. And you can let those goals, those intentions sort of wash over you. Imagine they're just permeating your entire being, physically, mentally, emotionally. And then I wonder if you might just focus on your breathing for a bit. That's right. And just allow each breath in to go a little bit slower. And each breath out to go a little bit slower. so that your breathing becomes slower, more rhythmic. Good, that's right. Just like that, just breathing. Just allowing yourself to sink right down into whatever surface you are experiencing this on, whether it's a couch or chair, bed. I'd like you to just let go of all outside sounds and distractions by focusing solely on the sound of my voice. In fact, those outside sounds and distractions can lead you right back to my voice. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly. Nothing else to think about, nothing else to do. Just taking this time for yourself to reach your goals, to live that life you want to live, to create that life that you want to live. And as you're breathing, I'd like you to just really tune in to the sound of my voice and just allow my voice to help you to relax just a bit deeper than it was before. Good, you're doing perfectly, just like that. Just like that. And now I'd like you to think about the way your body feels as it comes into contact with that surface beneath you. Just notice it now. As you're still thinking about your breathing and the sound of my voice, you can think about your body and how it's making contact with that surface beneath you. And now you can begin to think about, without judgment, any smells that you might be noticing. Again, not judging, good or bad, just noticing. Just noticing those smells. Good, that's right. Just like that. As you now shift your attention to what you might be seeing behind your eyelids. Now, for some people, you might just be seeing darkness there behind your eyelids as your eyes are closed. And some people might be seeing colors or stars or something like that. And that's okay. That's right. You're doing perfectly. And again, just go over in your mind those things that I've been mentioning here. What was that first thing that I mentioned? The breathing, that's right, the breathing. And then the sound of my voice. The feeling of your body as it comes into contact with that surface beneath you. The smells, what you're seeing. And that's 5 things. You're doing perfectly. You're doing really well. And now I wonder if you might just, again, without judgment, notice any taste in your mouth. Perhaps there's no taste, or perhaps you taste something there. No judgments, just noticing. As your attention now shifts again without judgment to the temperature in the room that you're in. You don't need to pay attention to whether it's hot or cold or just right. Just notice it and know that it won't disturb you. And that's 7 things now that you're thinking about. And I wonder if you're already going back in your mind as you're thinking about all of these things, could you think about all 7 things at one time? Can you remember that first thing, that second thing, the third thing? Can you remember that you were thinking about your breathing, the sound of your voice, your body coming in contact with the surface beneath you, the smells, the things that you might be seeing behind your eyelids, anything that you might be tasting, and the temperature of the room. And I wonder if you could think about all those things, because in psychology, there's an idea, a theory that most people can think of 7 plus or minus 2 things all at once. Right now, you're thinking of 7 things. I wonder if we could add a couple more things to that. I wonder if you could begin to think about the angle of your arms. Just noticing the angle of your arms at the elbow. And I wonder if you could think of one more thing while you're still thinking about all those other things. I wonder if you could think about how your feet feel. Good, that's right. Thinking about how your feet feel as they press into whatever it is that's beneath them. Perhaps your heels are coming in contact with the bed, or perhaps your feet are flat on the floor. Just becoming aware of whatever it is that you're feeling. Notice the sensations. And that's 9 things. And I wonder if right now you could be going in your mind, going through all of those things right now. I wonder if you're able to think about 7 plus 2 things, or perhaps you're thinking of 7 minus 2 things, and that's okay. You might be thinking of your breathing and the sound of your voice, your body making contact with the surface beneath you, any smells, anything you're seeing, any tastes you experience, the temperature of the room, the angle of your arms, and how your feet feel as they come into contact with that surface beneath them. And I wonder if you could think of one more thing. Could you think of one more thing? I'm going to ask you to think of one more thing, and that one more thing is how good it's going to feel when you don't have to think about anything at all. As you simply let your mind drift and wander, allowing the other than conscious mind to focus completely on my voice. Allow that other than conscious mind to focus completely on the words that I'm saying, because these words are the words that are helping you to achieve those things that you want to achieve. And so even in your thoughts now, you could begin thinking of those things that you want, while another part of your mind might be imagining that you're writing letters on a chalkboard, writing the letter A and erasing it, the letter B and erasing it, going all the way through the alphabet and then coming back again. It feels so good to relax. It feels so good to just let go. Good. Every breath that you take, guiding you still deeper and further into that warm and wonderful place of total relaxation. And if you should ever feel uncomfortable, have any kind of a negative response during this hypnotic session or any hypnotic session, you could come right back to this place feeling relaxed and comfortable, feeling as if you're wrapped up in a warm and comfortable blanket of total relaxation. Good. And as you think about those goals, perhaps 1, 2, even 3 goals at a time, perhaps you're thinking about how you're going to feel as you accomplish those goals, and even how you're feeling now as you know in your heart that you're accomplishing those goals. Because if you're listening to my voice, you've already begun the process of completing those goals, keeping your promises to yourself. Because that's what resolutions really are. They're just promises to ourselves. And you'll begin to notice as early as today that your self-esteem, your self-confidence begins to rise more and more as you move in the direction of your goals. Realizing we need not achieve our goals before we begin to experience the rewards of achieving those goals. As you're on the journey to complete your goals, there are many benefits that are already coming to you. Perhaps you've already begun to imagine those benefits. For some people, they'll notice that their clothes are fitting a bit looser even before they reach their desired weight. For others, they may begin to notice the sense of security as they begin building their savings, leading to more and more wealth. Other people will wake up in the morning feeling more motivated, more determined than ever as they pursue those goals, realizing that those daily goals every day are the important goals. Those are the goals that are taking you to success. And perhaps you're already formalizing a plan. You've decided on certain actions that you're going to take on a daily, weekly, monthly basis that are catapulting you to success, firing you up inside, metaphorically speaking, feeling more passion than ever before. Good, that's right. And perhaps you've already begun to wonder just how wonderful it's going to be as you achieving your goals has a positive impact on those around you, your friends, your family, your loved ones, perhaps even people you've never even met yet. And I wonder how those changes are manifesting in your mind right now. And of course, that which starts in the mind can move into the body very quickly, very easily. Good. And perhaps you've already begun to think to yourself, I can do it. Because you can do it. You already are doing it. Simply by listening to my voice, you're taking action. You're creating the change within yourself that is leading to your success. And you're remembering to keep your goals small and reasonable at first, realizing it's much better to develop the habit and then build on that habit over time. Some people will find that they start with just a few minutes of exercise, a 2 or 3 minute walk, and in no time they feel good enough and excited to walk 30 minutes or more or engage in some other activity. Saving even $5 a week could easily become 10, 20, even more. And as you're achieving those goals, even as you're taking those actions, you realize that your self-esteem is increasing. You begin to trust yourself, and so you set even loftier goals because you know that you can achieve them. You might find yourself compelled to repeat after me, I can do it. I am doing it. I am creating the life that I want to live. And you become reasonably obsessed. You begin to devour information about those goals that you want to achieve. And as you gain more knowledge, you also gain more focus on that which you want to achieve. It becomes easier when you think about it more often, more frequently. And you find it fun to rehearse those outcomes that you have so desperately wanted for years, but are finally clicking into place. Feel those changes becoming manifested. Watch those changes become visible in your life. Project yourself into the next few minutes as you're working towards your goals, into the next few hours, the next few days, weeks, months, and even years, realizing that those daily actions that you're taking are helping you to achieve your goals. Realizing that consistency is more important than trying to do too much at once. It's showing up every single day, or if it's appropriate, 5 days a week, 3 days a week, one time a month, whatever is most appropriate. Your other than conscious mind is directing you and leading you to take those actions as often as necessary, so that as early as today, you begin experiencing the benefits, the good feelings, that pride, that sense of satisfaction that comes with completing a goal. And as you remember to keep your goals small, you find it easy to stick to them. You stick to them until it logically doesn't make sense to follow them anymore, because sometimes we go down a road and decide that, well, that road's just not right for us. But sometimes we find that there were just a few bumps in the road, and so it makes sense to simply continue. I don't know, but a part of you knows exactly what you need to see, to hear, to feel, to experience success like you've never experienced before. Experiencing success in all areas of your life. Because I know a secret, and I'm going to tell this secret to you. Those skills, those abilities, that sense of discipline and determination that you're developing in achieving that one goal, it bleeds into your other goals. So those skills, beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes that you're cultivating, that you're learning right now, are helping you to achieve your other goals even faster than your original goal. Because once you know how to use those tools, that tool, your mind, to focus, it all becomes easier. It becomes more fun. You find that you're smiling more, feeling more successful than ever before, feeling a sense of gratitude for what you're achieving, gratitude to yourself. In fact, you'll find often that you're thanking yourself for doing those things that that person, that you of the past may not have followed through on. And so you're grateful to the person that you're becoming today, that person that completes their tasks, that completes their goals, because they want that sense of satisfaction. They want that better life that they've dreamed about, that they perhaps even never believed that they could have. You're gaining the confidence to know that now, when you set a goal, you simply achieve it. You set it and you achieve it, because you're the kind of person that sets goals and achieves them. You're the kind of person that people admire, that people look up to. In fact, in the coming days, weeks, months, and even years, You may find that people are coming to you and they're asking you, what did you do to become successful? What can I do to become more successful? And now you're creating the blueprint. And you can choose to share that with people if you want to. You can give them the formula, the recipe, because you are creating it right now. Even here, listening to my voice, your thoughts are traveling to those places within yourself and without yourself that are finding the solutions that you need. And it becomes easier to search for solutions, refusing to give up, to give in, knowing that you can solve those problems. Because you can solve them yourself, or you can go to where you need to go to get the solutions that you need. And so as you keep those goals reasonable, smaller, those daily goals, those long-term goals, everything clicks into place. As you become more focused and obsessed on those things that you want in life, you can't help but achieve them. You can't help but smile more and to hold your shoulders back and your back straight as you move through life with purpose and determination. And you're always remembering in the back of your mind, in a part of your mind, that you're rehearsing for those outcomes that you want. And perhaps you're rehearsing what's coming up in a few moments, perhaps rehearsing what's coming up in a few hours, days, weeks, months, and years. And perhaps tonight, you'll even dream about achieving those desired outcomes. And as you take yourself to that future day, when you know within yourself, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you have achieved that one goal in your mind right now, as you move forward to that day, you find it easy now to backtrack, to find out, to discover everything that you did to reach that goal. It becomes easier to know how to achieve that goal because you work backwards and you know exactly what needs to do. You're creating the map within your mind, and all you have to do is follow that map. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly. You may find yourself compelled as you're moving through your days to just remind yourself, I can do it. I am strong. I am powerful. I am determined. I am motivated. I am worth the life that I want to live. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly. Just like that. And each and every night as you dream about your goals and achieving those goals, you'll become aware of how you look and how you feel. Those things that you hear as you're there. You'll become aware of what everything around you looks like and how you interact with others and how they interact with you. And perhaps as you dream tonight of that future day when you've achieved your goal, you'll become aware of those words that people say to you. As friends and family all tell you how proud they are. Proud they are of the work that you've done, which didn't even seem like work at all, as you simply chose to follow your dreams. So take a moment to just lock all that in. Scan back through this entire session, becoming aware of anything that you may have needed to see or hear or feel. And if you didn't, imagine it happening now, so that this hypnosis session is the most powerful session it could possibly be. Because in a moment, it'll be time to return to your normal state. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And if this is a normal time for sleep, you can simply continue resting, only awakening at a time that is appropriate to do so. And if this is a time to be wide awake and alert, then on the count of 5, you can open your eyes feeling rested, refreshed, revitalized, feeling really, really good. So now as I say 1, you start to come back feeling more confident in your ability to achieve your goals. 2, coming back feeling more motivated, more determined than ever to keep your goals small and reasonable until you're ready to make them bigger. You become more motivated, more determined to focus more energy, more time, more thought on those goals that are important to you. You become more motivated, more determined than ever to rehearse the desired outcomes that you want. 3, perhaps wiggling the fingers and toes a bit now as you're coming out of the hypnosis, feeling rested and refreshed, perhaps even feeling as if you've had a long, refreshing nap. 4, perhaps stretching and moving the body a bit now as you're coming out of the hypnosis. It feels so good to stretch and move the body. Very good. And now 5, whenever you're ready, just opening your eyes, coming all the way back to the here and now. Completely wide aware, feeling rested, refreshed, and determined and motivated. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me for this hypnosis session. I'm going to take a moment to reply to a couple of comments. So if you're watching now, you don't really need to keep watching. You can move on. But thank you, Maria. Nice things. Nice things. A really fantastic hypnotherapist, meditation instructor. Please look her up. She's out on the East Coast, New York, but she works with people online as well. Scott, thank you for your comments. I appreciate that. I hope that that was helpful to you. I do just want to remind everybody that if you want to get the link to the replay and the link to the previous just sort of talk I did about the different things you can do to be more successful in your goals, go to jimkellner.info/2021. You'll also get the MP3 download of this. Either way, I really highly recommend you come back and watch this video or get the MP3 download at no cost. I'm going to send it to you for free if you go to that website, because it really takes the repeated, for most of us, it takes that repeated input for the changes to really happen. And I know that's kind of one of the myths out there with hypnosis is it seems like either people think it doesn't work at all, or they think that that it's going to work immediately. And that's just not the way it works. It's really like any other kind of therapy. It takes a little bit of time. But most people within, maybe a few times listening, a few weeks, they're going to start noticing that they're thinking a little bit differently. And for some people, it just happens a little quicker than others. That's just the way life goes. Again, I want to thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Take care. Be well. Be awesome. And please, let me know how it works for you.